In the first 2 minutes of this video, I make a critical mistake in an attempt to gain more power. Comment below if you think you caught the mistake, and stick around to the end to see what that mistake was and why it was so detrimental. Let's go. What's up guys, we are in Hurricane, Utah, down here at Flogfest. We're gonna do our next dyno in the road to 600 on the OG crew cab. So if you followed along, we've done 2 dynos so far. We're up to 359 horsepower. We've made a couple tweaks in between each dyno. We're gonna make another tweak to the truck before tomorrow's dyno. So let's get that taken care of so we're ready to go in the morning. Should I leave the intake pipe off to dyno it?
So I usually do.
So I'll pull that pipe off tomorrow again.
I would.
So your guesstimate, how far did we push it in? Ish. Like
probably three-quarter of a turn to 1 turn. I didn't go terribly far. If it was stock, I would have gone a lot further.
Today?
No.
What can I get for you?
2 number 6s.
2 number 6s, and what's the drink?
Orange juice.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Okay, your total comes out to $17.20 at the first window.
Alrighty. 7 a.m. before the dyno. Breakfast of champions. Gotta get that fuel. Alright guys, it is 7 a.m. We got our breakfast. You saw last night my buddy Josh and Parker, we got together and moved the fuel screw in just a little bit, much closer to the runaway, which is right where I want it. So we've got the fuel screw in as far as we can get it. I'm gonna take the intake tube off, A for airflow, and B, just in case it runs away, we can get up and shove a clipboard in front of it. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but here we are. We're gonna go dyno it. Also, another thing I should mention, last night when we were doing the fuel screw, my screwdriver hit the shut-off solenoid and it sparked a bunch, and then the truck wouldn't start. It was completely dead. So pulled my fusible link cover off, and sure enough, one of my fuses in here was blown. This thing was a savior. I had extra fuses. I just popped the fuse out, put a new one in. It was awesome. So another plug for the delete of the fusible links. It dipped down to 10 at power grid, so that was that's not bad. 259. There was no...
Is your AFC moving? We didn't undo an AFC line.
No.
Try it.
And there was barely any smoke.
Yeah, and your exhaust temperature was only 9.5, like 950.
So try it again?
Yeah. I wonder if your
same speed or? Yeah, let's try the same speed. There, now it's hanging.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't hanging before.
Guys, like your exhaust is so cold.
Ready? No, something's not right. Dang it.
286?
Okay.
Hold the breath for me.
That's weird. I wonder if we got a boost leak again. That was
the pipes off the intake.
Only 28 pounds of boost is all we saw.
Yeah, we've got to have another boost leak. Dang it.
Something.
So that was a horrible run. We did 250 something and then 289. The 250 was with the KSB on and 289 with it off. But my EGTs didn't go above 1,000. My boost didn't go above 27, so we knew we had a boost leak. So anyways, Josh and Cord came over and helped me. Luckily, Cord had a good eye and pointed out that the screw from the adjustable elbow on the reference line to the wastegate had fallen out. So that's where our boost leak was.
Dude, is your boost elbow Allen gone?
Yeah.
There's our boost leak.
That must have fallen out somewhere on your drive.
We inspected the injection pump and AFC and it all looks good. So fixed it and we're gonna go again. Well, guys, that was disappointing. I'm confused. I'm bummed out. I don't know what the issue is.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I thought fixing that boost leak was going to fix the issue, but we hit pretty much the same numbers. So something weird's going on. I guess let's get back to the garage and we're going to figure it out in this video. Alright, we're back at the Decent Garage and we have to figure out what the issue is with the truck. Something's not right. So as always, I have a list of hypotheses that I want to kind of check out. The first thing is a boost leak, and I've actually already checked it since I've been home. I did have a boost leak, I fixed it and it's still doing the same thing. We're maxing out at about 25 PSI on the boost. We're not going over 1,000 EGTs, which is not enough fuel. So I think something with the pump is wrong. The only thing we changed was pushing the power screw in a little bit, so I don't know what that could have done, but we're gonna pull the AFC apart and we may even dive into the pump top as well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reverse what we did to it. I'm gonna pull the power screw out about 3/4 of a turn, maybe a full turn, and see if that fixes anything. Alright, so we're gonna do a 5th gear pull and see how she does. What the heck? I hit 36 pounds of boost, 1,200 EGTs, just like it should be. Fuel pressure stayed above 12. I don't know what's going on, guys. I did not expect that to fix it, so let's head back to the garage. Well, I am thoroughly confused at this point. So back the power screw out, half a turn, 3/4 of a turn, and went and drove it, and we're hitting 40 PSI of boost again. Our EGTs are up, so it's fueling how it should. So I'm gonna make some calls and I'm gonna let you guys know what I find out as to why this happened by pushing the fuel screw in more. Even though it didn't hit runaway, it still was detrimental to the fueling of the VE pump. So I did some research and I reached out to some of the people that I respect the most in the 12 valve Cummins community. I reached out to 5 people to ask them why this would happen. How come when I pushed my power screw in, did it seemingly kind of defueled or killed the pump almost, and it didn't go to runaway, which is really weird to me. I always thought the only result of pushing the power screw all the way in is runaway. So I reached out to 5 people, gurus are how I classify these guys. 3 of the 5 people couldn't explain it. They'd never heard of it, they didn't know what it was. 2 of the 5 people could explain why it happened and what caused it. And apparently what this is called, it's very rare and it's very normal in a fraction of VE pumps. It just depends on how they're calibrated from the factory as far as the fulcrum goes and the governor weights and all that inside the pump. Now, a lot of this is over my head. I'm just relaying information that I've received. I don't understand it per se. But apparently by pushing that power screw in just a little bit more, we reached a point that's called cam over. Now by cam over, I'm not referring to the cam in the engine. We're talking about the cam inside the injection pump. So basically the governor weights govern the fueling system and defueled at a certain point when we were trying to increase fuel. Again, I don't understand this perfectly, but that is what it's called. It's called a cam over situation. So in very rare circumstances, on the VE pump, before you hit runaway, you can hit cam over and actually get a defueling situation. The more you know. My mind is completely blown. I'd never heard of that. Not to say that I know everything about these trucks, but that was super interesting to know. So thanks for the guys who I reached out to. I love learning this stuff. This is going to be something that I can almost guarantee that none of you have heard of. So even though we didn't hit our number on the dyno, this was a very big learning experience. We're gonna try and press forward. Like I said at the beginning, I'm getting a little tuckered out of trying to reach these horsepower numbers. But don't worry, we're moving on to bigger and better things. We're gonna start doing more upgrades to the truck, shooting for more horsepower. We just can't keep fiddling with little tiny things between each dyno event. We're gonna have to go big now. So make sure to stay tuned as we continue the road to 600 horsepower.